Today guys, I'm going to show you how to make a Cave Spider XP farm, and let me tell you, this got me 10 levels of XP in just 5 minutes. That is super powerful for a Cave Spider farm. Now, a couple of things to note. Down in the comments section, you will find a materials list as well as timestamps, so you can jump ahead to the part of the video you need if you're returning or if you know the basics. But without any further ado, let's jump into the episode. Today's video was voted for by my Patreons. So today guys, we are going to be making a Cave Spider XP farm, and the XP part will be optional, so you can AFK it and just get the drops if you want. Now, first up, how to find the spawner. Well, there's a video down in the description that will show you how to find mineshaft, so you can look at that. Also, if you know the seed to your world, I'll put a link to a website. You can go in there, plug in the seed, and it shows you where the mob spawners are. I'm going to head over to the Cave Spider spawner that I have here in my world, and then I'm going to show you step by step how to make the farm. Okay, so once you've found yourself a Cave Spider spawner like you see here, what you want to do is go ahead and light up the area around it, and then we're going to do some digging out, and I'll show you how to mark that out. Just to say though, there is a full list of the materials that you need to build this farm down in the video comments, so be sure to check that out if you're looking to know what you need. So what you want to do is you want to make a 4 wide gap in each of the cardinal directions, north, east, south, and west. So the way you're going to do that, for example, we're going to have one here, this will be number 2, number 3, and number 4, just like that. So you can do that going off in that direction, then off in this direction. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we place blocks up here because we know that's where that's going to be. Then we're going to go off in this direction, of course. That's 1, this will be 2, 3, and 4. And finally in this direction here, which we need to go around this way, to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wait a second, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 5th one, that's where you build up, right? So we need the 4 gap. So once you've kind of marked that out, you want to go ahead and make a little bit of a corner here like this, because you're going to dig out the whole area so there's going to be a 4 wide gap all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and then show you what it will look like when you're done. So you'll then have something that looks a little bit like this with the 4 blocks in all directions cleared out. But now we need to get the height. So what you want is 3 blocks above. So 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th, that's where the ceiling is going to be at this level. So you can go ahead and clear out all of these blocks here, or place blocks like this if there are gaps. Now, just to say, do make sure that when you're placing blocks like this, if you're going to leave this empty, you want to jump up, you want to place a torch up there, like that, because otherwise mobs will spawn up there and it will affect the rates of the farm. So if you are filling in, be sure to do that. But yeah, for the rest of it, go ahead, clear it out and place blocks like I just did there, and get it so it's got the 3 wide gap, or 3 high gap I should say, above the spawner, the whole way around this room. So then it will look like this, and to check you've done it right, you can go ahead and on top of your spawn here, you can place 1, 2, 3 blocks before you hit the roof. So that's how you know that you have done it correctly. So the next thing that we now need to do is we need to dig down a couple of blocks here. So we need to dig down 2, and we need to do that the entire footprint here. So from this corner right the way through to that corner, we need to be 2 blocks down underneath the spawner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then once again I'll show you what it should look like. So it will then look a little bit like this. Now I've left this here like this because what you can do is use this to jump up and place a slab on top of the spawner just like that. You then go ahead and get rid of these 2 blocks right here, and I've also left myself a way out to get back to where I've got my workstation just down there, and also my infinite water source that I placed here. I recommend that you place one of these nearby because you will need water when you're making this thing. So the next thing to consider is which direction you want your spiders to end up in. Now for us, we're going to have them over in this direction. So what that means is we go to the opposite wall, we're going to place a water bucket in this corner and a water bucket in this corner, just like this. The water will then flow down and create a bit of a triangle sort of shape here. Now this is going to be your guideline as to what to dig out next. So you're going to dig out sort of within this triangle. Now be sure to keep placing torches, otherwise cave spiders will of course be spawning while you're doing this. So you're going to go right the way across, dig out all of this right here, and then you'll end up with something that looks a little bit like this. So yeah, that's how that's going to go. The next thing to do, you can stand in here to sort of get the middle block. You want to dig out the middle like this, and then one either side just like that. So from this middle block right here, you can see there it is, and one either side, 2 high, and the water coming down just like this. If we go have a little stand up here, this is how it's going to look. So hopefully that all makes sense and you can see that clearly. Okay, so now you want to go back to this 3 wide hole that you've put in here. And we want to go back a couple more blocks on all of these 3. So we go back just like this. So then on the 3rd block, so that's 1, 2, this is the 3rd. You want to dig down here like this and just make a little hole just like that, 1 down. Then through here, we're going to dig in like this. We're actually going to make a little room here. Now this room is going to be where you're going to kill the mobs, and it's also going to be where you're able to sort of stand and collect all the drops and all that sort of stuff. So make that as big as you want for your needs, and obviously your storage and that type of thing. So it's going to largely depend on how much you're going to use this and anything else that you may want to put there. Next up, what you want to do is get rid of these blocks here just like this. I'm going to go and stand over here and delete these here like this. Then with hoppers, we're going to place them, and they need to be facing into the block that you see there. So they're going to go in this orientation. Now the reason for that, if we get rid of some of these blocks here a second, I'll just show you very quickly. They're going to be facing into here like this, which means we can then put double chests here like this, one here like this, and one here like this. There we go. So this is obviously where all of our storage is going to go for all of the drops we get from the cave spiders. So next up, what you want to do is have an area dug out just like this around these chests. And you actually want to get rid of this chest right here, and this is going to enable us to come and get the XP, which you'll see in just a second. So then what you want to do is place a slab on top of this hopper and on top of this hopper, just like that, and an iron trapdoor placed on the middle there. So the XP is going to funnel through here. That's going to be our way of getting it, which is why we need this in place. Next up, what you want to do is place half slabs just like that, and you'll still be able to open the chest because it's just a slab, so that's all good. Finally, what you want to do is go ahead and place slabs just here like this. So basically, what we're going to do, we can have this here like this. This is where we can stand to kill the spiders, and we're actually going to put iron trapdoors down on top of all of them, so that no spiders can get through here. We can kill them through here. The drops will go down into the chests, and we come under here to get the XP when it's done. So then you can go ahead and build up on top of these as well to completely block that off. And this sort of area, the chamber where they're going to be killed, is pretty much ready to go. So next, what we want to do, we're going to dig our way through into the farm once more, just like this. Now, at this stage, if you're playing in survival mode like I am, it might be worth connecting this room here up with wherever you're actually going to be, getting to the room from the rest of your base or wherever it is that you are. So I'm going to go ahead and just connect this up very quickly. Okay, so from this side, this is how this bit should be looking if you've done it correctly. And the next thing that we're going to do is the reason why you want your infinite water source and also why you want all of your torches. So what I suggest you do is make yourself a bit of a platform along here like this. This is just a temporary platform, but it's going to make your life a lot easier because you'll have something to get up on top of. And we're going to take out each one of these blocks up here along the back wall. This is, of course, directly above where you're getting your little kill chamber and all that sort of stuff. The next thing to do is to place signs here like this. So that's in that orientation just there like that. Hopefully that makes sense. Basically one down from where you just made the hole. So you're going to place signs on every single one of these. Of course, oops, it does not matter which sign you place down, but it does matter that you place it in the right direction. So yeah, place signs all along the top here, just like I'm doing right now. So with these signs in place, what you want to do is get your water and go ahead and place a water on each of the blocks above that, so you've got a water source the whole way up. Now, the reason that we are doing this is because some of the cave spiders, as they're going to be pushed down here from the water towards this wall, will climb up this wall, and this will affect your drop rates if you do not take care of it. By having this system here in place, what happens is when they go up there, they enter into the water and they fall back down and into the kill chamber area. So you are then, of course, good to go. Finally, what you want to do is take down this temporary platform right here like this. Obviously, we do not need this here any longer. We want to close up any gaps we've got like this here. I've got a little walkway to get into here from around here, which I'll show you guys in a sec. And then we want to take down all of the light sources. Now, be careful, spiders are going to start spawning when you do this, okay? What you also want to do, like this guy right here, see, this can be tough in survival mode, which is why I recommended that you bring milk with you. So what you also want to do, though, is get rid of each of these blocks here, 2, 3, and 4. Leave the middle one, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 8 blocks total that you're getting rid of there. So that's basically now the water pushing them into the correct area. There he goes there. We're going to get rid of all of these lights, so there's no lights in here to affect the spawn rates. And the final thing to do is close up this hole. So that's it. Now, we've got this little gap right here, which I'll tidy up and make look nice off camera. But essentially, here's where the spiders are going to come. Okay, so we can also block this hole up now if you want to as well, just to make things look a bit tidier. So your spiders are all in here. You can go ahead and hit them from here, as you see. You're going to kill them, and the drops are going to go into these chests right here, depending obviously on where they die. You can come down under here to get the XP. Now, what we're going to do is have a look at the rates of this thing if we just stand here for, I don't know, let's say 10 minutes and see how we go. Okay, so I've been running this for about 5 minutes now, and we've got quite a lot of spiders here, so I thought I'd take a look at this point for you guys. But the first thing I want to do is just use a little bit of server magic here, so S/XP, take Kaizen, and then just put in a massive number, so we get our XP way down to 0. So I can show you guys how much XP you'll get from 0 from this thing. So you want to go ahead and hit these dudes here. Now, do be careful not to get too close to them, because if you do, they could poison you. So it might be worth getting a cow in here and having a load of buckets when you come, and maybe storing loads of milk in here, just in case. You know, it's not the biggest deal, but yeah, just thought I'd point that out. Now you can see in just 5 minutes how many of these we've got. And just to say, yes, I'm on a server, but the mob cap and everything else is exactly the same as it would be if you were playing in your own survival world on hard mode. Okay, let's see what we've got. So we go down here, boom, 10 XP levels, just like that. So in 5 minutes, that is not bad for a cave spider XP farm at all. The next thing is the drops, right? So let's take the drops out of every chest, see what we got. Now, I've got heads enabled on here, which you guys will not have necessarily on your single-player world, but you can see we've got over 100 string, 49 spider eyes, and obviously those 10 levels in literally 5 minutes of AFK. Well, guys, if you found this episode useful and you enjoyed it, please do consider liking and subscribing. It really is greatly appreciated. But for now, that's about it. That's how it works, and I would say it's a pretty good system. If you do have any questions or comments, though, please feel free to let me know down in the comment section. But for now, guys, that's about it. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.